Imagine minding your own business, cruising down the Nile River, when you turn around and come face to face with a billed and feathered creature the same height as you. While this might sound like the start of one of our cryptid stories, this actually could really happen to you. This is a shoebill stork, one of the largest bird species in the world, and when I came across these guys, it got me thinking that while we typically talk about species that haven't quite been proven to exist yet, there are a lot of confirmed animals out there that could basically qualify as cryptids. And I wanted to talk about some of those here on the channel tonight. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Cryptid Club. I'm your host, Natalie Rose, and today we are counting down the top 10 craziest animals that are basically cryptids. Before we get started, if you're not a member of the club yet, hit that like button for me and be sure to subscribe because we talk all about cryptids all the time and we would love to have you in on the conversation. Now, it's important to note that as we discuss these creatures, you'll hear a lot about times when scientists discovered certain species. While this may have been the first time that Western scientists had come across and recorded these animals, the people native to each of these locations have, of course, interacted with them and were well aware of their existence before any of these things were written down. This creature is actually one of the most famous examples of an animal that was once believed to be a cryptid. The okapi was once thought to be a myth by Western science, and they actually called it the African unicorn. Native Congolese people knew of its existence for a while and considered it a sacred animal. European explorers still didn't believe it to be real when they saw the skins of the animals, until 1901, when the British governor of Uganda obtained more skins and even a skull. But even then, there was still some doubt of the creature's actual existence. I mean, think about it, how would you describe this guy? Part cow, part zebra, and part horse? Eventually, the capture of a live specimen finally settled the debate, and it was recognized by mainstream science. It's actually the only living relative of the giraffe, sharing similar body structure and a long blue tongue. It's just missing the extra long neck and spots. They have a plant-based diet like a giraffe as well, and actually have 4 stomachs to help them digest tough plants. They consume about 45 to 60 pounds of food every day, supplementing that vegetation with riverbed clay for additional nutrition. Their striped coat actually helps them camouflage in the dense Congo rainforest. The white markings break up their body shape and mimic the streaks of sunlight filtering through the trees, which helps them hide from predators. Unfortunately, they are incredibly endangered. There are several conservation efforts in place to ensure they have protection from human poaching and deforestation. Between giant dogmen, phantom canines, and chupacabras, cryptid lore is full of strange dogs, and if I showed you this picture, you might believe that it is just another cryptid on that list. This is actually the maned wolf, which is found throughout Central and South America. Due to its giant size, long legs, and thick black mane, it's frequently mistaken for other cryptids or even supernatural beings. It's said to have a nasty skunk-like odor and chilling bark. Pretty creepy. While it may look like a fox on stilts, this animal is actually its own species in its genus, having split off of the Canadia evolutionary tree millions of years ago. The diet of this wolf is omnivorous, including birds, fish, and burrowing rodents, but also vegetables, sugar canes, tubers, and fruit. Lots of options. It's no wonder that these amazing animals have carried such a legacy with them. I'd definitely run screaming if I saw one of these at night. Now, they say the closest thing to dinosaurs are birds, something that I had a little trouble believing before I saw this guy. Let's talk a little bit more about the shoebill stork. This guy is considered a living avian dinosaur theropod, or meat-eating dinosaur, and he certainly acts like it. These birds are known to attack crocodiles and other major predators, including lungfish, eels, and snakes. They stand around 4'5" to 5 feet tall, with a wingspan of 8 feet and a beak capable of decapitating fish and other birds in a single bite. While they do have an aggressive side, clearly, these birds also do have some manners. They actually bow to each other when they have a confrontation as a way to de-escalate and to show respect. When they hunt, they can also stand motionless for hours. They use a tactic called collapsing, which involves lunging or falling towards prey after staying still for a long time. And if you're a Zelda fan, like me, you'll be interested to know that the shoebill stork actually inspired the design for the loft wings found in Skyward Sword. The more you know. So we've talked about some of the largest animals, and now we're talking about one of the smallest, but don't let its size fool you because this creature will latch onto other animals and feed until they've drained the victim of all of their blood. And no, I'm not talking about vampires, I'm talking about leeches. Many people think of leeches as blood-sucking parasites, but actually it's even worse. Most leeches are predatory, meaning these leeches consume the body fluids of their small prey by either basically eating it whole or piercing it and killing it with specialized mouth parts. And they aren't picky when it comes to their food either. They'll latch onto insect larvae, earthworms, snails, and even other leeches. They are most common in protected shallow areas of ponds, lakes, marshes, and slow sections of streams. Because most leeches require a hard substrate to move using their suckers, they're rarely found in areas of soft substrate such as silt. So the sandier it is, the safer you are. Parasitic leeches, in search of a host, are attracted to areas of disturbance in the water, making them a nuisance to noisy, splashing swimmers. So next time you find yourself in a lake, be on the lookout. This creature was so weird looking that even when scientists got their hand on a real specimen, they thought it was fake. The platypus is one of the only creatures on Earth that has a mixture of reptilian, avian, and mammalian traits. The animal has a rodent-like furry body with a duck bill, webbed feet, and a beaver tail. Crazy. But each trait does assist the animal to survive in the wild. When the creature was first encountered by those European scientists, they actually tried to remove the duck bill piece, thinking it was a prank by Chinese taxonomists. Platypus are bottom feeders, and they scoop up insects and larvae from the bottom of bodies of water. They actually don't have any teeth, so they use gravel to help them chew their food. Their tail holds fat reserves and acts as a rudder while they swim. Platypus also have venomous spurs on their hind legs to use for the protection of themselves and of Danville. So imagine a chicken, and now imagine a chicken with a giant neck that's the size of a small child. And that would actually be a real breed of chicken, known as the Indio Gigante, or Indian Giant. It's a breed of domestic chicken originally developed in Brazil, and it can exceed 3 feet in height, which totally screams cryptid to me. I mean, if I saw one of these guys dashing across the street, I would think it's an alien. Unlike many massive ornamental breeds, they are actually productive layers too, producing 160 to 250 large, tinted, or speckled eggs per year. And something I found kind of fun was, despite their intimidating dinosaur-like appearance, they're actually supposed to be really friendly and calm, gentle giants of the chicken variety. Native to Central American rainforests and famous for its snow-white fur and bright orange nose and ears, the Honduran white bat is one of only 6 white bat species. And to no one's surprise, he's gone viral and is celebrated as one of the world's cutest animals. I mean, how could you not love them? They look like little cotton balls. I just want to put them in my pocket. They're just 1 to 2 inches long and known for sleeping under leaves, giving them the nickname the tent-making bat. They use their teeth to cut the ribs of leaves and make several tents, sleeping in different ones each day. Sunlight then filters through the leaves, making them appear green to hide from predators. Unfortunately, due to habitat loss, these animals are listed as near threatened. They eat a specific type of fig, and due to deforestation have lost a lot of their food source. Also, in doing the research for this video, I found out that a group of bats is called a cloud, which just works so perfectly for these little puffs. If you described something like this to me, I would actually think you were talking about a little fairy or something. Definitely cryptid worthy. These next creatures are some of the weirdest I have ever seen. This is the horror frog, or hairy frog, named for the hair or fur found on its skin. The males of these species develop thick bristles on their thighs, which are actually pieces of skin with blood vessels that assist with breathing in water, pretty much like gills. They're around 10 centimeters long, and if the hair wasn't enough, they also have curved, thorn-shaped claws attached to an anchor on their bone that can break away, slash through the skin, and become basically weapons. They're honestly pretty metal, and definitely also cryptid worthy. Pangolins are nocturnal animals found in Africa and Asia, and if you tried to describe this animal to me, I would think you were talking about this guy. Pangolins are insectivores, using their claws to break open ant and termite nests and using their sticky tongue to eat the ants. They are the only mammals that have scales, and these scales are made of keratin. Beyond these scales, though, they have very few protections against predators, and their lack of defenses have led to a large poaching problem in Asia and in Africa. They're actually the most trafficked mammal in the world for these keratin scales, and it was only made illegal for them to be used in Chinese medicine in 2020, so you can imagine how the population has suffered. The only place here in the US where you can actually see a pangolin up close is the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago. They're incredibly endangered and kept under very close watch. So you've heard of the saber-toothed tiger, but what about the saber-toothed deer? The musk deer of Northeast Asia are some of the strangest creatures I have ever seen. They have pointy, vampire-like upper canines, which are used to assert dominance over other males of the species. These guys were considered to be extinct for years before one was seen in the wild in 1948. They measure about 2 to 3 feet tall and can get up to about 37 pounds. They are also prized by hunters for their scent glands, which are more valuable than gold at $45,000 per kilo. Pretty insane. These glands are used to make medicine and perfume, which is what makes them so valuable. So you see, there are many, many animals that seem otherworldly, but are actually our own neighbors right here on Earth. Who knows what else could be out there that we haven't found yet. For now, if you aren't sick of us, head over to our TikTok page where we share more cryptid content, and our Instagram where we keep you updated on all of our important upcoming events. I'll see you over there, but for now, good night, sleep tight, and don't let the monsters bite.